concerning henna-ing your hair, I will say during the first time I went natural, I did henna my hair. It became, I would say, an every other month process, and really, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it, but I won't lie to you, I did notice texture changes. And to explain to you why, it's because henna is a physical change in the hair, not a chemical one necessarily. So what you do see, yes, is a texture change. You'll see more elongated hair. So over time, as you reapply henna, if you're someone that's going to reapply over the whole head, you will see your hair strands becoming looser. Now, to some, this might be okay. To those that might be heat training their hair, and I'll go into that's a whole other topic. But some people might want that. Some people might feel like that's another way for them to manage their hair, is through henna-ing, to get a looser curl pattern so that they can work with. Other people that might want to explore it may not want those same effects. They may want their same resilient, bouncy curls, whatever their hair texture is originally, to maintain. And so, just being mindful, if you are that person, you may just want to apply it to new growth and kind of treat it as like a conventional dye. Some people do also use it as a conditioner. More times than not, I find people are using it as a natural hair dye. And also with that, you have to be careful, because there's people that are marketing like blue henna and stuff like that. Henna does not exist in blue. There is not henna. You shouldn't be seeing red henna. Henna, yes, is it gives off a reddish brown hue to it, but itself, it's a powder that more so looks greenish. And when you mix it, whatever you mix it with, a tea, a water, whatever, as you let it sit, those dyes open up in the henna, and that's what gives your hair the subtle change in color. But there's no such thing as like red henna, like these colored hennas. No, there's one like original color, as far as I know. Now you can do your research again, but as far as I know, there's only one. And I would say yes, there is indigo, which is not henna, but it is another plant-based dye that you can use on your hair. Sometimes people will cover their grays using indigo and do it that way. I've seen people have good results on YouTube with that. I have a few grays, but I don't use it. I don't use it at all at this point. I may explore it in the future as an alternative, but right now I don't need it. So with henna, and I will say, for the same reason of the curl pattern change is why I did not use it my second time around. And if you saw my video on pattern changes, hair pattern changes, I forget where I mentioned it, but a few videos back I mentioned the line of demarcation. My hair story. So in my hair story, I mentioned about the line of demarcation. If you guys didn't watch that, definitely, so you just get a better understanding of where I started and where I'm coming from when I talk about these things. With the line of demarcation, that also is an effect when you henna your hair. Think about it. You grow out your hair. You have a section there that has not undergone that physical change of henna. And so pretty much what happens is that not just are you putting henna on your hair, and the henna that's already been on your hair has changed your curl pattern, but it's also, and I don't want to say puts a significant weight on the strand, but it puts something on the strand to where it's not the same that's growing out of your head naturally. So what you want to just be careful of is, if you're going to henna, probably do it on a routine basis. Maybe don't wait a long time. Treat it like it is a relaxer. Because this time around I didn't want to deal with the texture changes, even though I like the hue to it. you know, so I kind of wanted to just really work with my texture. Honestly, I have put light blow dryer heat on it, which still does change the protein bonds. I'm not going to lie and say that, oh no, yeah, my hair is exactly the same. No, it's not exactly the same, but it has not interfered anywhere with my styling, the way I've been able to use products or anything like that. Because with many curlies, especially the curlies, they find that once there's a change in their curl, they have to start switching up products, and that means you have to identify your routine all over again, and you have to really, you know, it's drama. That's all it is. No, but it is it creates a new situation for you to learn more about your hair. And in my case, I went ahead, I chopped my hair off, I let it grow out, looked at my curls again. How are my curls falling? And honestly, my curls came in different the second time around. And honestly, I can't say honestly, because all I'm being is honest. But it's one of those things where I saw a lot of curly heads go through that, where second time around their curl pattern was different, and mine more so was different. I think it was softer, honestly. I think the feel of my curls were softer, fluffier, not as much shine though. I kind of more so had more of a sheen than a shine, but I think my hair was more sheeny, kind of like a if you know, to get an idea, if you don't know what like a sheen would really be, it's like a dull shine. It's a dull down shine. It's shine 1.0. So, you know, so I experienced that, but along the way, you know, I definitely have seen a difference between my hair hennaed versus it not hennaed, and either way I like it, but I know that henna is a practice that you just kind of want to maintain and keep up, and for those with straight hair or less curlier hair, you know, that's something that they don't necessarily need to worry worry as much, because you still will have a line of demarcation. However, your hair naturally does come in looser, so you know, it may be something where you may not need to be as worried about, where they may not be a situation where you have to change up your products or whatever, but just be mindful. So what's next? How do I grow out my hair?